All right. Mic check 1. And a possible 2. 3. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. And there's the room fill up. Be sure. And I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button, share this content. Let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1 in the chat, baby. Let's get it. All right. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Yup. They say, hey, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party, baby. To the window, to the wall, to the sweat, okay? Too early for that, huh? But Jerry, put that glory hole away. Yeah, come on. All right. Come on with it, baby. Life like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Come on. Come on with it. Checking in. Be sure to put down where you are from. Put down where you're from. 5, 4, 3.
What more
2,
do you want from me?
And 1. Come on with it. All right. Turn me down, turn you up. Come on, baby. Dago in the house. Texas, baby. Florida, baby. What Tennessee? We got Tennessee in the house, baby. We got Virginia. All right. Appreciate y'all. Jay Versick, thank you so much for your $2 support. He says, yeah, here we are. All right. And then we got Rev, man, for the $1.99 for your mind. Thank you for your support. And once again, shout out to Steven Carroll for the $100 super chat, man. $100 cash app, man. I appreciate you. We got Jameson in the building. Appreciate y'all. All right. All right. All right. All right. Come on with it. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm in love with California, man. Don't want to leave it now. Shoot. I might want to move here permanently. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to business. Shout out to Vicksburg, man, Mississippi in the house, home of Suge Knight. See, people didn't know Suge Knight is from Vicksburg, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Snoop and them from Macomb. Brandy and all of them. Ray J, he hit it first. Yeah, all of them from Macomb and Brookhaven. So y'all better watch out, man. And then Morgan Freeman from Clarksdale, Mississippi. And then they're going to be like, hey, Law Nation, man, he from Natchez, Mississippi. Man, that dude, Law Nation, yeah, he from a small town, Natchez, Mississippi. So Mississippi, boy, we running this thing over here. And my guy, Voch Lombardi from Natchez, too. So, yeah, y'all better watch out. But let's talk about DBs, man. As you guys can see, Pats will be on today. I've seen Carson's move from the third team to the second team. And I want to see if Carson can give us first team reps, right? He's been dominating where he's been at. And I'm starting to look at this like, hey, the Cowboys, they may have figured something out with DBs. Now, a lot of people were giving kudos and credence and credits to Dan Quinn philosophy and all of those things. But I'm going to tell y'all, we have to look back at it and say to ourselves, this could be a Al Harris thing. Let me repeat. This could be an Al Harris thing, ladies and gentlemen. Not necessarily or it could be Willie. Don't leave out Will McClay. It could be his secret sauce to all of this on why the absolute DBs are standing tall or not at all. So last year we moved up in the draft to get Eric Scott Jr. I think that he got a good nose for the ball, and it could be a day for him. We looking to see if these guys can get gritty. We looking for to see these guys if they can still have physicality, and on top of that, they don't have to worry about C Dangerous Lamb out there too, and that's a whole nother situation. But when we get back to these conversational pieces as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys, DB world, my goodness, man, I think we got another one. Carson's is a guy that I've seen have short-term memory, because the name of the game is you going to get abused. You're going to get used on a few things. Yes. We'll be at camp today. Camp will kick off at 11:30. And we'll head out. So I'm giving you guys about an hour of time. So you guys remind me at the top of the hour, because I like to talk, man. So y'all let me know when it's time for me to go. And we got all our bags and stuff ready to be down there at the practice facility and these sorts of things, ladies and gentlemen. But this particular team, when we think of DBs in general, and we look at Zim's system and philosophy, I think that from Malik Hooker to Donovan Wilson to my guy Wanye Thomas, you seen that was a Donovan Wilson sighting there. You got your safety room locked down. You got a Julius Woods wait a minute. I got to show this play right quick. Woo! Odell Beckham ain't got nothing on Cooper Rush right there. Watch this, boy. Look at Cooper Rush, baby. Hold on. I got sidetracked. I got distracted a little bit. Watch Cooper Rush. Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, you better hurry up, CD Lamb. You might have a play out there with Cooper Rush. But I think that in all fairness, that this particular team, let me pause it right here. This guy, Al Harris, who looked like he can get out there on the field and give you about 25 to 30 snaps at some shape, form, or fashion at not wide receiver, but he looked like he can be a wide receiver. He can give you some shape, form, or fashion at DB. That's safety as well as on the outside. And I think that some of the credit or most of the credit should go to him, ladies and gentlemen. Let me repeat this. I think that some of the credit or all of the credit should go to him, because since he's been in this particular role on the team, I remember, I'm old enough to remember, we used to pray for days that we can get 3 interceptions, right? Like, can the DB just turn his head around and get his fingers on the ball? Can he get his phalanges somewhere near the ball? Can he just absolutely get his shoulder blade on the ball, right? Mistakenly, right? His first year in the pandemic year, the Dallas Cowboys had the historically bad defense, right? We had one of these terrible defenses. But along the way, things started to happen on this. If you splice that season in half, down the back end of the season, the Cowboys became number 7 in takeaways. I think that even Trayvon Diggs, the great one, right? Shout out to Diggs. He got a little one on the way. Trayvon Diggs had 4 INTs his rookie year, right? That was phenomenal for us, because I think it took about 4 years. 4 years for Byron Jones just to get 4 INTs when he was here, right? So what I'm trying to say to you all is that this particular team, regardless of whether or not Dan Quinn is here or gone, etc., I think we're going to still pick up and get hands on balls, pause if necessary. So the other day, even Dak Prescott, he threw a pick to my guy, Eric Kendricks. He was in the middle of the field. I'm telling you all that this particular team, regardless of how you look at it, regardless of what you can say about X, Y, and Z, is that they got ball hawkers. They got guys that come back, fight towards the ball, and they play through the echoes of the whistle. And I think that the nucleus of this team will be Eric Kendricks, that can put the pieces together for this particular team in order for things to go. So what I'm saying is Don't be worrying about the defense and its lack of. Because if you look at that play just right then and there, that play right there. Let me see if I can rewind for your mind. Let's rewind. And he got beat on the play earlier. But it's all about redemption, And when I talk about DBs and their capabilities of having short-term memory, going back into that bag of, okay, let me get back to technique. Let me get back to playing inside phase. Let me go ahead and make sure that the sideline for your mind is my friend, right? That's what you want. And I love that about Carson's. Here's my thoughts. Even on that, Carson's just everywhere, baby. Here's my thoughts. I need Bland to be back on the outside, and that's Eric Kendricks right there with the pick. I need also Trayvon Diggs for us to slowly add him into the mix. Let's watch this pick again. Hold on. Let's watch that pick again. Let's watch this one again. I need to slowly bring him in. You don't have to rush Trayvon Diggs. Now, we talk about feast or famine, in this world of complete competition. We talk about those things. If you want to go out here and go grab let's say, Stephon Gilmore. If you want to go out there and squeeze down and grab another vet, is my guy still available? The kid that what's his name? CJ? Not CJ. He played for the Patriots. What's his name? Y'all help me out. If he's still available, if another veteran guy is still available, would you take a cup of coffee and say, okay, bring him in? Or right now, you're getting valuable outside reps. Sometimes, the blessing could be in disguise. Because if you get a veteran in, J.C. Jackson, not C.J. Jackson. Appreciate you, boy. Jay Versick, man, my mind's still in Dallas, I guess, But yeah, J.C. Jackson. Is he still available? Yeah. But what's more powerful, ladies and gentlemen? Is it Carson's getting these type of reps, or having Gilmore out there or J.C. Jackson out there to take upon those reps, right? That's how I look at it. Because these reps are very valuable, very much so valuable. And when we talk about those type of things, we're going to transition to edge rusher in a few. Michael says JC or Gilly would be good pickups. Here's my other thing. After the first preseason game, and you saying like people on skates and they're not really making an impact, then it will be time to pick up the phone. Keep in mind, all teams got 90 players now. And then they do this massive cut because they usually do more cuts in between, but the collective bargain agreement keeps 90 players on the team right now. But after the first massive wave of cuts, there'll be a lot of pickings because it's going to be a lot of situations out there that we can probably thumb through. We know that the Cowboys don't like to spend a lot of money, and they lean on my guy Will McClay. They lean on Willie a lot. And speaking of Will McClay, let's see if I can pull and extract this audio up. Appreciate y'all, man, so much for your support. And while I'm pulling up this audio, I want to tell you guys about one of my sponsors, the Prize Picks. They got gobbies in Paris, baby. So go ahead and get your gobbies together, man, and download Prize Picks. Use promo code LAW And with that promo code, they will match up to $100 of your first deposit. And on top of that, you can become an ambassador yourself with Prize Picks. How about that? See, and then you can have your code to be shared, and with your code shared, they'll put $25 in your pocket. How about that? And let's go get the gold, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy. So you just click on Prize Picks, download it, and when you do that, they have baseball, they have soccer, they have tennis, they have a lot of things out there. They would take great care of you. Not good care. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
Yeah, we agree. We agree.
Weird. Okay, so I'm sure you're fielding all sorts of questions and
Can y'all hear Willie McClay?
Catastrophic injuries and things of that nature. The good news, even though it's not good news, is that anybody who's been through as many camps as you kind of knows this comes with the dinner.
Yep.
It's hard to play football without football injuries, and keep marching, right?
Yeah, it's that next guy up mentality, and while you really feel for Sam, but Sam's going to be back because Sam's going to be a big part of what we do, and he's put so much into it, and it's his time. Well, his time will come again, but what we've got to do is keep the machine rolling, and we've got to find people we feel like we have depth there, but we're going to be out there looking to improve our football team because we have the opportunity to have 90 guys in camp and go through. We got 3 preseason games. We have opportunities against other teams, so that gives us a chance to evaluate them.
Yeah, and so you can just see, though, the meetings back in February. Okay, here are our UFAs, but here are our up-and-coming guys. Let's let guy A and B go because C and D are ready.
Yes.
And that plan hits the floor before we even get to August.
Yep.
No doubt. So here's my thoughts. Now, there was an article on SI. I want to get the people right. Okay. And they said 7 free agents the Cowboys can sign to replace Samuel Williams. Sam Williams, Slam Williams. And on this article, you will see when we stroll down, of course, we see some names. Marcus Golden, he's a guy. But he's 33. He's a 33. That's a long tooth, man. But if you look at majority of his productions and things like that, he had 51 sacks and double-digit 3 times. So as far as double-digit sack guys. So last year he had 4 of them. He can also line up as a 3-4 outside linebacker. Mike Zim knows how to put players in right positions. Let me know if you guys would like Marcus Golden. This next guy on this particular list is Shaq Lawson. Shout out to the Laws, by the way. And he's 6'3", 265. He's a decent run stuffer. Majority of his career, and he never lived up to his first round status. But now if he's here with the Cowboys, they are not going to all think about Shaq Lawson. We all know the creme de la creme is Michael Parsons. He's the cream that rise to the top. So everybody got to be ancillary to Michael Parsons. So you put him in here, and you don't have to worry about him being a soloist. A lot of people think they can sing, right? But not by themselves. You put him in the choir, So now he just be one of the people that's in the choir, and that could help him out tremendously, right? You got Bowser, Tyus Bowers. I'm murdering that kid's name, but he did play with a team that's on good defense. And, we can talk about injuries and these sorts of things. But when you look back at it, he will be a guy that can probably fit well within the confines of what the Cowboys try to do. But let's listen to more of Will McClay, and we'll break down more in things what he's talking about. Hold on.
And that happens, but that's why you draft. That's why you never reach in the draft. You find your best players, and then you fill up your roster and you go and you compete.
Yeah.
Like, how quickly does your mind go from, holy hell, this sucks on 11,000 different levels to, All right, now what's the
Where's
next step?
Where's my spreadsheet?
I mean, yesterday, and Sam's like a little brother to me because, as soon as it happened, you feel the emotions that you go through there, and then you go, okay, what do we need? Okay, who's available? So we know it well enough. I got the pro director and the staff, and we started looking at, who was out there to at least know what that landscape was.
Yeah, man. What a job, and the reaction times probably feel extremely urgent. But that's why you guys say the personnel business is 365.
365.
Yeah, we're always looking to improve our
Yep.
team, even though everybody's like, yeah, it's a cliche. No, it's actually what the job is.
It is, especially at this time of year. Every team's going through it too.
Yeah. So let's talk about the 2023 draft with regards to what it could do to the 2024 roster. People always say, well, evaluate last year's draft. Well, here's the thing. Bill Walsh said they didn't do much with their rookie year because the second year is when those guys are supposed to pop. I imagine you guys are really counting on that from several guys who were unable to even play a snap for you last year from that 23 class.
Well, it's definitely true, and that's the way the NFL works, and it has to work. And for you to be an organization that has an opportunity to win 12 games a year for 3 years in a row, you have to draft well, and they have to develop because you can't pay all of them. So in last year's class, we have 3 guys that didn't even play that have now been in the program. They've been in the weight room, and while they had that injury, they've also had an opportunity to physically, mentally, spiritually, all that stuff mature, and now they're getting reps out here. We weren't the same at our jobs the first year as we were the second year because of things that now we know the lay of the land. Now they got.
I do like Matthew Judon, but he looking for that pay down. You know what I'm saying? All right, so he talked about 3 guys that didn't get a chance to get their toes wet, and here's my thoughts on what he's saying. When you do draft for depths, I get it, and you draft for the future. Now, we are always under a microscope, right? We are always under the spotlight. So other teams can suck at drafting and you would never hear about it. Other teams can make mistakes at drafting and it'll go under the bridge. But the Cowboys, the expectations will always be high, right? Expectations for us, even this season, we didn't even make a single big move in free agency. And the expectations for us will still be, hey, Cowboys better win the Super Bowl, right? Cowboys got all of these weapons. So every year's Super Bowl expectation. Don't matter who we have out there. Chan Gailey, expectation, Super Bowl. Dave Campo, 5-11, 3 consecutive years, Super Bowl, right? Bill Parcells, Super Bowl. Wade Phillips, Super Bowl every year. And we had, y'all say it with me, Jason Garrett, for collectively 13 seasons, and this is Super Bowl expectations. And me and Jason Garrett can go apply for a job in the National Football League, and we will get the same answer. You know what that answer is? No! That's the same answer. We'll get the same answer. And you guys, a lot of people don't want to hear this, right? So Jason Garrett is out of the league, but the expectation still will be Super Bowl. Let's listen to him.
To get on the field and they got to perform. But we feel good about those guys growing and maturing in our system.
Where do you see the most maturing year 1 to year 2? You talk about like physically or emotionally or mentally. What's the biggest jump you see from guys? Is it the mental just catching on?
For me, I think it's emotionally that starts, because if you get the emotional part right, then because now they know where their feet are planted. There's no more moving around. Hey, this is where I am, and this is what I have to fight for. So now they know what the conditions are. So once you got that right, then you get in the weight room and you get physically right. Then you're not as all over the place, and now I know what to study, how to watch tape. Those are all things that college guys have to go through that. So I got a year in that environment. I'm only going to be better if it means something to me. And I feel like this group of young guys, it's important to them because we see them out here and putting all that time they put in for rehab. When you look at John Stephen, when you look at Overshown, when you look at Durden, those are 3 guys that were having really good preseasons last year, had that injury happen, and now they hit it harder, and they're better now than they were last year.
Yeah, it's interesting, and this is Will McClay with us, a guy we've visited with for many camps, it seems like, and over the years, even before the draft, we get a chance to bend your ear occasionally. And it's interesting, you can see the spots on the depth chart where you guys said, okay, we're okay, everything's good.
Yeah, they tearing up the club over there.
But we see where you guys go get a veteran. And then we can see the places where you guys obviously choose not to. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned wide receiver is a good spot there with Brooks and Tolbert and Durden and some of these guys. So you guys must feel pretty good about the wave and what you guys see behind the scenes that we're just guessing about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we see those guys and we know those guys. And we predict their curve and we think of how they're going to fit into what we do. You can't go out and pay every free agent. You don't have a bunch of first-round draft picks, so you get these people, and then you count on the people within your building to help them grow and help them get better at their jobs, and that's what the NFL is, and those guys have to step up. And if you pick the right people with the right physical skills to compete at this level, now are they going to have all that other stuff to take us to that next level? Because you can't have a team full of superstars.
All right, so that's Will McClay, ladies and gentlemen. And I know the audio from that particular site is low. That's the high as it can go. But that's Will McClay. Put your hands together for Will McClay. Yeah. So with that being said, when we start thinking about you can't have a team full of superstars, right? So who makes superstars? Who coaches them? Who provide? Like, there's not a guy that you draft out of the draft that got superstar on the side of their helmet. There's not a guy. If that was such a thing, then there's no way possible Bland would have fell to us, right? There's no way possible he would have fell that far down in the draft. There's no way possible. For example, Tom Brady, of all people, what round was he drafted? What, 5th or 6th round or something like that? If people had superstar on the side of the helmet, right? Now, you got to have perfect things put into place. Right? You got to have the right levels of coaching. You got to have the right levels of system and scheme for a certain player to hit and get things going. So what I'm saying here is that when we talked about like the DBs that's on this particular team that's been shining in the last 2 or 3 years, that's not by mistake. That's not by chance. That's from a system, for one. That's from a scheme set, for two. And that's from coaching. Coaching put these guys in right positions. And that goes back to Al Harris. They become, see, the ultimate goal of a coach is for them to take their mindset and their philosophy and principle and pour it upon the players, and they want to see pieces of what they're thinking out there, right? Like I say, Phil Jackson, he got a lot of rings himself, but he knew that, hey, I'm on a team with stars, and I need more and more weapons, and I'm going to input the triangle thing, and the triangle thing worked, right? So shout out to Jordan. But you can't name me the championship in the NBA that he got without Pippen. It takes team. It takes unity. It takes a philosophy and a system that put into place for them boys to win, right? So that's what I'm trying to say here. And the next guy, if we're looking for Michael Parsons, Diggs, when he eventually come back to do something, we may have to pick up the phone. What about a Carl Lawson? Y'all, the Lawsons, shout out to the Laws, man. What about bringing him in for a cup of coffee? And to help out these sorts of things. And then Yannick Ngakoue, I think that's how you say that kid's name. He's another guy, high production guy as far as sacks. I don't think that he is good. He is as good as Carl against the run by me looking at tapes and observation, because he's been one of the guys that are circled on my list for the last 2 or 3 years, right? I would love to have Yannick still here. And then we got Charles Harris, and then we got Justin Houston, who is a long tooth. I think he's got to be at least 34, 35 himself. He's 33. And all of these guys, Justin, I think he would fit well in this system, but that's a long tooth. Don't give him an apple. Don't forget about Rodman. Shout out to you, JC. Appreciate you. Nealon going to have to step up for us, and this is Soul Goddess 13. I agree. But just like what he lamented just a few seconds ago, when you have a rookie, there will be rookie mistakes. There will be rookie situation, whereas you got to protect your rookie. Mental mindset and psyche. If MK was on any other team, maybe you can hide him a little bit, but by him wearing the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet, it comes with a certain set of expectations that you got to fight for, and you got to be able to stand tall on, right? That's just how it goes. Oh my God, 23 says, imagine bringing back Randy Gregory. Oh my goodness, man. What my smoke weed every?
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. My thing is with Randy, and shout out to him. Shout out to Mama Gregory and Daddy Gregory, all of them. They still follow the channel. Shout out to them. I would say here, let's see what we can get out of MK. Let's see what we can get out of the guys, the Yannick Ngagwe and all of those boys, because what you don't want is a situation whereas you bring in a guy who is disgruntled and then he comes back and he throws off the flow of everything because he's already spoken out against the organization and on a few other things. So, and then he's suing the National Football League for repayment on some stuff, and we don't want some phantom calls to be called. You know what I mean, y'all? You know, they'll figure out a way to rig you, shank you with the butter knife when they trying to come after you. You know how it goes, y'all. So how it goes from here is, where my guy at? Good. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, on this first padded day, I'm looking for Mozzie. I'm looking for Mozzie to step up. We looking for the battle between, can Mozzie now beat out these guys with pads? We seen him beat some guys without the pads, but now it's time to say, okay, Mozzie had a great showcase for the first week. Now it's time to see Mozzie with pads. Can he beat out Brock Hoffman? Can he beat out Cooper Beebe? Can Cooper Beebe give us something, right? And Tyler Guyton, kudos and credence to the brother, right? There's footages of him. Hey, he won on a rep. He won on a rep against Parsons, right? And we are to praise that, because that we know that, yeah, you won on a rep on Parsons, who's 240. Can somebody put the size of Myles Garrett that he's going to have to face week 1? And Myles Garrett moved just like Parsons to a degree. At least he got to be at least 280. Come on with it. He's got to be at least 20 to maybe 25, maybe close to 30 pounds more, right? So he's going to have to face those things, right? And he got to be ready for it. But pads come on now. And we look at Guyton more of a finesse type of blocker. He's 270. Yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be a real type of competition. Yeah, 271. Appreciate you, Unlucky. Appreciate you. So 272. We're splitting hairs between 270 and 272. Yeah. So, and Parsons, he's no near close to that particular situation. So what we're gonna do here when we look at the competitions with the pads on, we're looking at the running back gang. They're gonna get a little physical with Deuce Vaughn, and I know there's not taken to the ground, but if you start putting hats on hats, Some of these linebackers are going to get pissed off. Some of these defensive tackles and edge rushers going to get a little chippy. This may be, ladies and gentlemen, this may be your first day you're going to see some swabbling going on, man. I'm just letting y'all know, right? Some hitting after the play. You know, and if you put Deuce Vaughn out there with team one and he makes somebody miss and they look bad, they say, okay, run through that B gap again, little guy. All right, you know. Yeah. Yeah, they might hit him a little harder. They might knock him down a little bit and say, oop, my bad. Because I know that's what we used to do. So all that stuff is real, man. And it's gonna go through maybe a first few embarrassing moments, and they say, "Oh, okay, all right." Oh, you trying to style on me? Okay, all right, cool. And then it's gonna be a little chippy stuff, and that's what we saw Sam Williams last season. Him and Brock Hoffman when they did the little trench deal, right? Brock Hoffman, Sam hit him a little bit off to the play, and then Brock Hoffman got up and threw him down, right? And then we saw Parsons come through there. So that's how them first day of pass look, baby. Shoot. So that's why I can't wait. But what the expectations are, those who are a little bit physical, they're gonna get even more physical. Those that, as far as the DB play, when it's time to press, it may be even harder for the wide receiver to have their free release. So that's why I'm paying very good close attention to my guy, number 13, who we've been parading around saying, oh, yeah, Billy, oh, my goodness, Billy the man, right? We were going to see if he can keep that same energy, right, today. Practice start at 11:30. And I got about 15 more minutes of y'all time today. I got 15 more minutes of your time today. And it's 9:40 somewhere where I'm at. 9:40 where I'm at. So, yeah. So that's what we're looking for out of these particular practices, the trenches. And then we're looking to see if these guys can match that particular energy. And I'm just going to answer some of y'all questions before we wrap this show up. Let's see what we have here. Ty Howard says, them boys love throwing hands. Yeah. Zeke is ready. Yeah. Zeke, they don't have him in a lot of reps last week, what have you, but you may see him get a tick more of reps. Nate Pete, he's a 4.37 guy. Here's my thing. Nate do look good in the opening, but look out for Snoop Connor. I like what he's looking like out there, and I'm not saying it because he's one of my Mississippi boys, because Nate Pete is another guy that's pretty good, but let's not forget about Snoop Connor. He's another physical back, a bigger guy who got good long speed when I see him out there. Pete can be the explosive back, yeah, but here's the thing. We need to see him move up from the third team to the second team to the second team to the first team. So right now, the first wave of guys that I've been seeing out here has been Deuce Vaughn on the first team unit, and they're using him inside the slot. They push him back in the backfield. I even seen a few plays where they had Kevontae Turpin in the backfield, and I like that. And that could be some wrinkles that Steve Shimko is putting out there. Keep in mind, he's a 4.29 guy, right? Rodriguez, man, thank you so much for your support, bro. Thank you, man. I go get me another hamburger, some French fries with that one. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man. He says with the $9.99 super chat, he says, Law, thanks for the content from camp. Do you talk to Jerry about getting our boys signed and quit playing? Here's some more $9.99 for your training camp. Mine, DC. Yeah. When Jerry Jones walked through there, they be like, hey, watch out for that guy right there. You know, watch out for that guy with the beard and everything. Yeah. But I would tell you guys that here's my thoughts on Jerry Jones signing these boys. man, football wasn't his first priority. He been having somebody else do all of that. He been trying to settle the Oxnard thing, trying to figure out what's going on with the paternity test. You know, is the child his or not? You know, and then he got another case that got going on. So man, and then he's in his 80s, man. Look, if I get that, God bless me to get that long, man. Y'all just tell me to sit down somewhere, man. Let's let the kids do it. You know, Jerry Jones wasn't thinking. Jerry Jones just now probably looking at that contract with CeeDee Lambs. And truth be said, you know, they're going to try to make some type of grandiose signing right before this thing. Because, look, let's be real. You got the Rams coming into town next week, and they're gonna be jumping around. They don't have no worries paying their guys. It's a Kuna Matata. You know, they coming in with everything, bouncing around. They're going to have Puka Nakua and them and all of those boys. They're going to be crunk. Yeah. And we going to be what? You know, without all guys, CeeDee Lamb? Shoot, come on, man. They better pay CeeDee Lamb so he can be out here next week getting crunk with us. Come on with it. Yeah. Coach Z is big back. Yeah, Coach Z do got Hey, I'm not even finna joke around with Coach Z, man. You know, that joker shook my hand disappeared in his hand, you know. I'm like, hey, I made sure that, hey, we got in there, though. We got in there. Mm-hmm. Aaron Donald, let's scoop him up. You know, Aaron Donald's sitting there fishing somewhere. Yeah. Oh, man, get out of here, man. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all. Ain't nothing like having a few cold ones near the edge of the earth, man. I love that, you know, catch that breeze and everything. Zim is a real one. I think that Zim, his philosophy and principle and scheme is going to work out well for this team. And he knows how to put the variations in there and be on the lookout for Zim. Yes, indeed. All right, Cowboy Nation, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. Let me get ready to get set up and head out here to practice today. If you guys can do me a huge favor, hit the like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Look, at the end of the day, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, and that's what we're looking for. Wait a minute, we got some news. Let me hold on. Got John Machota news. Hold on. Don't touch that dial. Let me see what he's talking about. Because news do update while I'm live. And let me give and shout out to Bland for being ranked 31st, man. That shows that the NFL appreciate him. His peers appreciate him. And peer-to-peer appreciation is a real thing. Yeah. And I appreciate y'all appreciating me. All right. She says 3 minutes ago. Let me see. 7 minutes ago. Hold on. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones on SAS or SA Sports Star on contract talks with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Right now, the ball is in Dak's court, and we are waiting to hear from them. They understand that the ball is in their court. We keep having multiple exchanges with hit more. Some breaking news, huh? All right, let me read this again. We keep having multiple exchanges with CeeDee Lamb. He's actually sent us something late Sunday, so we continue to grind away. He been watching my channel, you know, grind away. You know, I wouldn't characterize both negotiations as we are pretty much up to beat. We are optimistic. We continue to work towards something to get something done. So they're in communications, which is good. But this could all be, you know, hogwash. This could all be salesman breath. You know what I'm saying? All right, and let me see. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones also states on Dak Prescott, we think in terms of being real positive that we're going to get this contract done. We don't picture Dak in another uniform at all. Now, Let me tell y'all this the bull sugar report. Let me pull y'all up right here. Got my hooked on phonic eyes working over here. Let me tell y'all why this the bull sugar report. Damn it, if you gonna pay Dak and Lamb now, you could have paid them 2 months ago. That's all I'm saying. You could have paid them. We could have been sitting on all types of money. We could have had all types of free agency. We could have picked from anything we want. But you wait to this time to do all of the hard negotiations for the nation. That's bull sugar to me. Right? You could have leveraged that out 2-3 months ago. What's the difference? Now the price of the bag is higher on both sides of the situation. That's what makes me mad about this, y'all. That's what makes me mad. Right? You're like, now the deal is really close. And let me tell you, man, the ball is now in Dak's court. Damn it, put the ball in his court 2 months ago. You could have had him at a lower rate. That's all I'm saying. But you could have had him while some of them leaves were still on the tree. That's why, look, deadline make deal crap is crazy to me. You done spike your own doggone price up. That's all I'm saying. So so God has said, nah, Lord, that's marketing. And you're right. Hey, we get them to look, it's been really. God doggone soul goddess, you right. Ooh, you right. Ooh, you right. Ooh, you right. Yeah. Won't you woo. That girl right. Yeah. Because it's marketing. You know good and well that during this, I know last month was drier than a Sahara desert, right? You know, no hawk tour could get that thing wet because it was so dry that they was talking about the Cowboys every single situation. They was. And we carried the league all. We did. Let me know if I'm lying. We carried the league in news. Is Dak Prescott a top 10 quarterback? Hey, let's leave Dak Prescott out to the top 10 list. Is CeeDee Lamb only a slot merchant, right? Yeah, no. The Cowboys waiting for leaves to fall. Yeah, no. We carried the league all through the dead period because they kept mentioning the Cowboys. Here, there's trouble in Big D. No trust. Will Mike McCarthy, breaking news, will Mike McCarthy, will he be the coach for the 2025 season? Are we all in? I'm tired of hearing all in. We're all in. Bro, if you was all in, you would have signed Dak Prescott 2 or 3 months ago. We'd have been sitting on some cash money. Our only thing would be, hey, let's now look at Michael Parsons' contract. Oh, Lord. But let me get ready, man, to get down here, man. I outspoke my wisdom teeth over here. But I just wanted to say this, that, man, get this deal done. Stop playing around with us. Because that's what they do. They play around with us. They really got us by the gonads, and they just playing around with us. And every time they want something, they squeeze them, and we go, they squeeze them. They just squeeze us every time. It's squeeze, and we criticize, right? They just got us by the balls, man. And to be real, not just us, they got the NFL. Because that's just what it is. And the squeeze, criticize, and they just go back and forth talking about we all in, and then we don't make no moves, and our expectations still stay the same. Let me know if I'm lying. Let us know if I'm lying. Let me know where I lied at, because that's all it's been. What's the expectations? Super Bowl? And we went through all of that for you to, hey, man, we still going to make him the highest paid quarterback. We still going to make CeeDee Lamb. We give him 36. Shoot. Oh, my goodness, man. You could have. And then, you know what this does? You see how long CeeDee Lamb face been? His face is longer than Jay Leno's chin right now. You see how Parsons, his day one, he looking like, oh, he slouched over because he got to go through the same. You do all of that, and it beats down the morale of your team. It beats down the morale of your team. Let me give my Dr. Umar Johnson then. It beats down the morale of your team. It beats down the morale of your team. It beats down the morale of your team, right? Shoot. We got to do better, ladies and gentlemen. We got to. But just like I was driving up to the Star in Frisco, they have this road that say Cowboys Way. And it hit me. I said, well, they are not lying. It is the Cowboys Way or the highway. But regardless of the situation, I'm looking for a few good players that can embrace this padded practice opportunity, that can look back and say, hey, they may have counted me out, but I like the ideology that CeeDee Lamb is holding out because it gives me a little bit more of time to showcase my skill sets. I'm taking advantages of the opportunity. Yeah. So, therefore, when my number is called 83, I'm about to shine, baby. Or when number 1 is called, I'm about to get those particular reps. Yeah. I'm looking for that type of mindset. Yeah. Remember what I said the other day? Food fall on the ground when you're hungry. 3-second rule. Pick that thing up, blow air on it, and continue to eat anyway. Because you're hungry. It's not time to look cute, right? So that should be the principle. That should be the mindset of even our DBs out here, right? Bland should look at this situation saying, I'm not going back to the slot. No, I belongs on the outside now. MK should be looking at this thing saying, yeah, Sam, we praying for you. We hoping and wishing that you have a speedy recovery. But I'm going to keep this spot not warm for you. I'm going to keep this spot hot. Yeah. Because nobody going to be able to remove me now. This belongs to me. Chauncey too. Seize the moment. Cowboy Nation. So at the end, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and all that you dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan, or lose all terror of your mind. Come on with it. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or the fame, like I said just the other day, if the food fall on the floor, boy, if you pick that thing up and eat it anyway, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty and everyone that's listening, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Let's get it, baby.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in.
Come on with
I guarantee you it won't.
What my guy here? Give me my theme music up out of here. Come on. Where my theme music at? Where is that? Where is that, baby? Come on, here we go. I can't find it no more. Give me my theme music. Yeah. Come on. All right. Here I go. All right. What we tell them, I just want to run it up.
Yeah.
Come on out here.
I just wanna run it up.
Oxnard Pad Day. Stand tall or not at all, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal.
I forgot.
Just wanna run it up.
If we offended anyone
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna
outside of the Eagles, the Washington,
count that too, count it up.
the Giants,
Lately, I
you just
wanna
offended.
run it up.
But we offended anyone else. Charge it to my head or beard, not my heart. Come on. Hey.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still say and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Rabbit now. I'm with A, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, I switch sides, know it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's what more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Come on.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Natural allegiance to losers.
Put new media in the chat, baby.
Check a song. Lately, I just
All
wanna
right.
run it up.
Mama said there'll be days
Count that too, count that.
just
Count that.
like
Lately, I
this.
just wanna run it up.
Until next time.
Yeah,
Hey.
I just be off the dome.
Come on.
I never own no chrome.
All right.
Too many foes and clones.
Hey.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Come on, baby.
I been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel.
Lately, I just wanna
run it up.
Come on, that's all I want to do, baby. Run it up. Come on.
Take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Hey.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up.
Until next time.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
And salute. DC for life, not for short.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
FBI, open up!
Hey.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Peace. One love.